And then I made my own little map here of Seattle. So this is the main part here, Seattle. And then you start going beyond it. So we are going to show you guys how we prepare for our trips. Well, not every trip is like this, because some areas we go to, we kind of know the area pretty well, but we're going on a trip to Seattle on Saturday, and we've been doing a lot of preparing because we've never been to that side of the country.
So we're going to walk you guys through exactly how we prepare. And a lot of trips that we've done, we've kind of lightly prepared some things, you know what I mean, not at an extensive level like we've been doing this time. This time, we are actually writing down everything. But before we take screenshots of everything and whatever, right?
I think every trip is different.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the other day when we went to Costa Rica. We didn't plan anything ahead of time. You knew some things in the area because you've been there, but we kind of woke up every morning refreshed. We looked at our phones and when we had the Wi-Fi and we said, where do we want to go today? And we went. Mm-hmm. And then obviously when we go to Murphy, kind of the same thing. We already know the area pretty well, so we just kind of pick different things out we want to do each day. I remember when you came to Connecticut for the first time, over 3 years ago, you did a lot of planning. You kind of looked stuff up on Pintrest and stuff and wrote stuff down, right? Yeah,
because you were going for work and I was going to be alone for the day, so what I did, I wrote down some things I wanted to do and stuff, and that's what I did. And So there's the apps that I use to research places that I've never been to. Believe it or not, I use Pinterest. Pinterest is the best for researching an area that you've been to, and that's what I've personally been using. And then we are also using this app called tripip. What tripip does is it organizes your itinerary, from day one, day two, what you want to do, events that you want to go to, directions and distance, and calling rides from one place to the other. It's pretty cool. So you might want to check that out. And so
I think this trip is just different because one, it's a completely different area and we're going to the complete opposite side of the country, but two, it's because it's COVID time, so we have to see what's actually open and what's not.
Yeah.
And then as we've been exploring stuff in Seattle, you find that certain things are open certain days and only certain times. Some of these restaurants that we've seen, we'll tell you a little bit more how we've been watching some different YouTube videos. But certain restaurants, you're oh wow, that looks awesome, let's go. Here in St. Pete would probably be open till midnight, but there's one restaurant we wanted to go to that's only open from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I feel there's a lot of dynamics. Plus, I think this trip we want to do a mix. We're going to do a lot of photos, a lot of going to mountains and hiking, but we also want to do a lot of foodie stuff. We don't usually do a lot of times when we travel, we eat a lot at home.
Yeah.
But we really want to experience all the different restaurants and bars and stuff in Seattle.
Yeah. So you made an extensive, somewhat an itinerary and a map. So what did you do?
So, well, don't tell anybody I do this at work. So, first thing I do is I start looking up, Derek and I have been watching different videos. I've been looking online, Instagram, Pinterest, all the different things we look at to find ideas. And then basically I started putting them all on a list. And then I broke up the list into different areas, photo spots, in case we want to get a massage. We'll blur that out. Day trips and places to visit. These are more if we want to go take a 2-hour ride to a really cool mountain or something. And this is what's different about this trip. This whole page is coffee, food, and bars. So basically what I did was I numbered them, or I gave them letters, and then I made my own little map here of Seattle. So this is the main part here, Seattle, and then you start going beyond it. So on the big part, I put like the places that would be hours away.
That's for the day trip?
Those are for like all the day trips. And then over here, I made like a little mini map that's blown up of actual downtown Seattle. And these are like all the different restaurants and places there we want to go to. So it's just helpful because like for example, up here, there's ended up being 2 places. So when we drive 2 hours, it makes sense that we're going to get to go to both these areas. So it helps us kind of plan the day. I think for me, this trip, what's going to be most overwhelming is trying to figure out like how to fit in all the food. There's so many places that I keep seeing that look amazing for food, but it's like you have to be careful what times they're open, and also we don't usually eat a lot of food out, so it's like it's gonna be interesting like trying to fit it in. And then I don't know if you guys have heard, but I've heard Seattle's pretty expensive, so it'll be interesting too to see how far our money goes.
The Tripip app organizes your itinerary like this. So Airbnb, we check in, and then I arranged like some of the restaurants that we think we're gonna go to at that night when we get there. But obviously this itinerary is gonna change because we haven't finalized it. I was just listing things here. That's on the first date. Second day, we have like breakfast stuff and maybe lunch and then we're gonna go to. Okay, we're gonna hide that. Never mind. We did that, and then this is one of the places. This is an espresso bar that we're gonna go to when we take one of the day trips. We're gonna take a day trips just to go to that coffee spot. And yeah, so it arranges stuff like that. Like it's very, very good. So definitely check out Pintrest. Just type in how to do that. Go to Pinterest and then type in the name of the city in the search bar, and then it's gonna bring out like these blogs and things to do in the area and stuff. And that's how we research our trips. And then other than that, we use Instagram. Instagram is another search tool that we use. If you go to Instagram and then go to the search bar, just type in the name of the city or the name of the area that you're going to, and then it's gonna give you an option for tags or places. Click places, and then it's gonna give you photos of things that are in those places, and that's how we do it.
Yeah, and then we've been watching YouTube lately.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all different YouTube videos. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, but like we found this really good one. It's Vice makes it, I think, and it's called Munchies. But there's a guy named Tariq that literally did like a 4-part series that's only Seattle. So like he went to all these places that a lot of people wouldn't know about. We've been watching Anthony Bourdain. I don't know if Bizarre Foods would have some weird stuff, but like all these different places, if you guys like watching different foodie type shows, try to see if they have a show in that area.
Definitely. So now, so I guess we'll see you on Saturday evening when we're getting ready to go to Seattle. Yeah. So we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.